Okay, so what's up guys? It's been a long time since I made a video, and honestly, that's partially due to LoLReplay being just absolutely broken, and it's taken me about half an hour just to get this replay to work, and due to me being pretty busy in real life and other stuff like that. So yeah, I'm making a video, and this is ranked. It's one of the few ranked games I've actually played this season because I just haven't had time. I got placed in Platinum 5, I think, which isn't too bad, and I'm just slowly sort of working up when I have the time to play. And there's some of the videos I really wanted to make, explaining certain situations and stuff like that. And honestly, I really want to make them videos, but I just can't get LoLReplay to work enough without crashing halfway through a game and me feeling like I've wasted half an hour talking about a game. So if you see in this video, it pretty much means that the game actually worked and let me record it, which is, yeah, it's not really been happening. So thanks for staying subscribed to my channel and watching my stuff, because my channel's still been pretty active when I haven't really been here. And okay, so this is pretty much between gold and platinum, everyone in this game. And they have a Morgana support, which got picked after we picked Tarek Graves. We sort of first picked Tarek Graves, and then they decided to pick Morgana support, which it's been played some in competitive games, so it's not like terrible, but I don't know, it's a bit. You have to be really good at Morgana and not get baited into the spell shielding, and then using a spell shield and everyone dies because you don't have a spell shield. So for those of you who saw my last video about the blue stealing thing, I do it in this game just to prove that it works in a platinum ranked game. Everyone gets smartless pulls nowadays. It's nothing sort of new. And honestly, when you're someone like Graves who can just do this with a bookshot and still a blue buff, it's not hard to do. So yeah, starting with a blue buff. Honestly, I've not really. This is gonna sound stupid, but I've not really started with a blue buff enough to know how to push the advantage, like, and make the most use out of it, I guess I want to say. So because I got the blue buff on level 2 really early, and Amumu is like super underleveled, from what I remember about this game, it doesn't actually matter that he's underleveled because he dominates every other lane that we have. And basically from the get-go, I'm going to turn the chat off because I'm pretty sure this Lee Sin talks a lot, and it's chat that I don't really want to see. So anyway, we have a Rumble. This Rumble actually turns out to be a really good player. Lee Sin turns out to be really questionable, and Rammus, basically, he wanted a jungle pick because we first picked Tarek Graves, and he wanted the jungle pick, and he said Xin Zhao or Rammus, and 9TX, the person I'm duo-queuing with, didn't actually have Xin Zhao, so he ended up getting Rammus. And but not to say Rammus is a bad hero, it's just I don't think he knows how to play Rammus to like its full potential, I guess I want to say. So from what I remember about this game, basically is my team is pretty much useless for a long time, apart from Rumble, who's actually a really good player. And the game basically sort of derives into them diving at me while I try and kite away long enough for Rumble to sort of kill them all. And it's a pretty interesting game actually. If you want to learn AD carry in solo queue at low reloads, this in my opinion is a really good game to watch, just because a lot of the comments on one of my other videos, which is the Caitlyn one where you split push, say, or the effective AD positioning, sorry, say, well, the enemy team just dives at me, what do I do? If you're one of them people who don't know what to do, then definitely watch this video, because yeah, I get dived at something ridiculous. And they have a really divey team, you know, they have a Mumu, they have Renekton, they have Ari, they're going to dive at me all game. And that's sort of not what you want to do. Anyway, back to the game, like I said. Key thing playing at AD carry, yeah, any elo really, is that you need to have more creep kills than lane opponent. It's not necessarily about killing them, but I think at lower mid elos, killing people is how you snowball your lane, obviously, and you shut down the enemy team, which is basically what you want to do. So first blood, whatever, Rumble is a pretty easy first blood after all, but I don't really care. Like, a lot of the games I played when I play my placement matches, honestly, like, yeah, like, I don't want to talk about that yet, I'll talk about something else. Basically, when I was talking to 9TX, we were Skyping together, playing this game, and we wanted to spend sort of the first 6 levels, because we decided that playing with the Tarek Graves is that the first 6 levels you can sort of play passive and not force anything to happen, because while you have a lot of damage early game, you don't have sort of like that one hit combo QR dead combo that you have at level 6. So we wanted to figure out this Morgana's playstyle and how easy it was to bait spell shields from her, because if you bait a spell shield from this lane and then you get a stun, they die 100% of the time. So that's basically all we were doing for the first 6 levels. It's not really too interesting to watch, but it's something that's really necessary, I think, when you're playing against unusual supports, because honestly, I have no idea how you play against Morgana support. I've only done it once, and it's this time, so it's not really the common thing for me at all. But anyway, obviously I'm using Bookshot to get harassed into Misfortune. I don't play this game amazingly well early game, but it doesn't really tend to matter sometimes when you have Tarek Graves. Again, here Ramos is raging at Lee Sin, Lee Sin's raging at Ramos. Lots of stuff going on in team chat because, I don't know, some gank went down mid and Lee Sin's losing mid and people aren't happy. But let's not go over that. So anyway, we're closing in on the level 6, which is obviously the important level for Tarek Graves. And we're still testing out, yeah, that's the testing I was talking about here. We just tested Morgana's spell shield reactions, and honestly, like, spell shielding a Tarek stun, if you're using Smartcast on Morgana, is really, really not a hard thing to do. You have a long time to sort of press the key while it stuns in the air. Even if it's melee ranged, you know, Tarek stun is pretty slow. So we've just realised now that, okay, when we get level 6, we can pretty much do whatever we want because we can bait a spell shield relatively easy, and if you bait a spell shield, you get a free kill. And that's basically what we're just playing off. So the other thing is, I think Smokescreen does magic damage. Yeah, Smokescreen does magic damage, and we talked a little bit about how I could use Smokescreen to sort of take the spell shield enough away that maybe a stun can land. I'm not actually sure how much it absorbs. Yeah, so it absorbs 160 already, so that's probably was never going to happen, but it was nice to think about in theory. So we saw on Mumu, and we knew a Mumu was coming, but so we just recalled because, you know, why not? I'll talk about my item choices a bit. I picked up a BF sword here because I think I have just about enough gold to pick it up. Yeah, so just scraped a BF sword. The reason I bought a BF sword and not a Vamp Scepter and boots, like some other people might have done, is because I think when you're playing with a bad team, or what you can presume to be a bad team, when they're down 0-2, and I just realised I messed this up. There we go. Anyway, when they're down 0-2 and they're not doing amazing on CS, Lee Sin's doing okay, but it's not amazing. I just went for pure damage because I would really like to snowball my lane and just absolutely dominate, because honestly, if a Morgana support get behind, then they're going to fall over really easy every time you hit them, and that's what I want. So I didn't get much sustain because I'm planning to just global somebody. I know that's a WoW term, sorry for using it, but I'm planning to just global somebody and then sort of recall and buy items again, and then get a Vamp Scepter. So here we'll have both level 6, or I'm level 6 even. Tarek is 5 and a bit, but that doesn't matter. And we're trying to bait the spell shields. And it's quite hard to do. Like, this Morgana is actually quite a smart player. There's a flash stun, there's a spell shield, but actually it doesn't matter because Graves does physical damage. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, Graves does physical damage. So we straight up killed the MF, and that sort of set the pace, I guess, I want to say, for this lane. Because when you die once by a Tarek Graves, that usually is enough to just die again and again and again every time you come back into lane. And I'm pretty sure that's what happens in this game. I mean, it has been 2 weeks since I played this game, I think, so I'm not 100% sure, obviously. While there's not really much happening, I'll talk a little bit more about what I've been playing. Tarek Graves, I just played Tarek Graves, like all my placement matches, because I think it's just absolutely stupidly strong. People don't know how to play properly against it, and it's just the freest kills. And then when I've been playing in Platinum Diamond games, I've been playing Ashe a lot, because I think having an initiate is really strong. So here we catch MF, he gets spell shield, Shatter goes down, Tarek Ulmer goes down. I don't want to come forward because I'm a bit scared. I probably could have committed a bit harder here, but I didn't want to get Misfortune Ulmered. And yeah, we just sort of, I probably could have played that better. Let's just leave it at that. But then Misfortune Ulmer is a scary thing. So we have a ward. Yeah, we have a ward, so we see a Mumu coming down. I'm going to dash a bandage. Standard play, I presume. Yeah, dash bandage. And then he actually goes really deep here. This really surprised me. And then I flashed and got Misfortune Ulmered. 2 kills to Misfortune for my death. I used my flash for that, and I think our consensus on Skype was that actually that was probably worth it for us in a really strange way, just because if you've watched all my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about already, and I play a really selfish style when I play League of Legends, and for me, I think I'm a better player than this Misfortune, and honestly, if you don't think you're a better player than somebody, like, look at that. I'm definitely a better player than this Misfortune. Anyway, if you don't think you're a better player than somebody, then honestly, you're probably not going to win the game because you have to have confidence in yourself. There's a difference between being cocky and being confident, and I'm confident that I'm a better player than this Misfortune. Just because I'm first pick and he's fourth pick. That should give you enough confidence. So anyway, I think I value 1 kill for me and a Bloodthirster because I just got my Bloodthirster by getting that kill. I value that a lot more than him getting 2 kills because 2 kills for him is like, it's good, but it's not quite as good as me getting a kill and then securing my Bloodthirster, which means I'm going to have an extra 10 AD maybe by the time it gets back to lane, which then translates into an insane amount of damage to my Q and R. So that's a different way to look at, like, oh, he got 2 kills, oh, I only got 1, that wasn't worth it. Yeah, it is, because of this. Okay, so he cleanses, yeah, whatever, he has a cleanse. And you notice how I'm ignoring my jungle, you notice how I'm ignoring the top lane, and you notice also how I'm ignoring my mid lane. That's because I wanted to do this from sort of how I play ranked and my perspective of ranked. Here we get ganked by Mumu and Morgana, I get Morgana ulted, spell show comes down, and I think, you know what, gotta kill somebody, so we get the stun. And then Tarek gets a kill, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but it's better than no kill. And I would imagine he lives, judging by this. No, he dies. Okay, that's unfortunate. And then the flash and Rammus, yeah. This is where we both sort of figured out that this Rammus wasn't going to be a key player in the game. I know that sounds really harsh, but just watching, yeah, I'm not going to talk more about it. I don't want to shit talk people too much because I try not to do it in ranked games, so I'm not going to do it when I'm commentating my own games because it's not really fair. But yeah, so I got half a kill, I guess you could call it, for that. And then Renekton beat Rumble when Rumble was really pushed up here. Not really sure what that was about. But anyway, like I was saying before, like we got dived. I'm watching this from my perspective and my perspective only, pretty much, until Teamfights come. Just because that's how I play ranked. I tend not to care at all about other lanes. And you notice now it's 4 to 11. This would be a point where most people would say, oh, do you know what, I can't be bothered trying so hard to win this game because it's going to be hard. It's 4 to 11 already, everyone's raging. A lot of people would say at this point, I just don't want to bother. I'm not one of them people. So here Rammus comes in with Ghost. I don't know what he thought he was doing. And I'm trying to pick up a kill here because I'm pretty sure I'm dead. And I died again. And yeah, this doesn't look good at all. So they got 3 kills, we got none. Looks bad. Actually, we got a Mumu, but Rammus got a kill, so I don't really count that as a kill. But yeah, so our discussion there was basically, okay, that was really bad. Now it's 5:15. Yeah. So we realized then that one, Lee Sin recalled mid tower for no reason, I think, rather than coming to Dragon. So we lost faith in Lee Sin. Rammus just, I don't know what he was thinking, and there's no other way to put it. I just don't know what he was thinking. And we followed him in because we thought, you know, whatever. Tarek Rammus Graves, that's a pretty strong combo. And then we turned out and just got absolutely smashed. So this is where we decided that we need to either absolutely smash bottom lane or basically surrender 20 minutes. And that's basically what you're going to see, I hope. I mean, I haven't watched this replay for a while, so I'm not 100% sure actually what happens. But I would presume this is a point where I say, okay, we're not team fighting. I don't care if they take 3 dragons. I don't care if they're going to take mid tower. I don't care if they're going to take Baron even, which is a bit of a steep ask at 14 minutes into the game. But you know, sometimes it happens. And I'm going to focus on creep kills, and I'm going to focus on towers. I'm going to focus on killing Misfortune and killing Morgana. So here, I don't even know what's going on really. But yeah, let's not talk about that one. And again, I'm actually winning creep kills in this game, even though I've just died. I've died 3 times, which is actually really bad. I shouldn't have died 3 times, but I have. We catch a Mumu. I think I'm saying at this point, yo, we can kill this, we can kill this. And maybe we can't kill this. I have a flash, so I'm not scared, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was probably a discussion between us. We have this discussion quite often when we play together, where I'm like, yo, we can do this, we can do this, we can kill him. And then he's like, no, actually, I don't think we can. And then we just don't bother trying, because at the end of the day, he sort of keeps me level-headed and makes me play a solid playstyle. And that's what we're aiming for this game, rather than some risky all-in playstyle, because I don't like playing like that. So that's not what we're trying to do. Even though sometimes I get the urges, because I think it's from coming from a Hon and Dota background, I just get the urges to sort of make plays happen when you don't really need to in this game. So again, here, this is what I was talking about. They're going for this dragon, and we're only 4, but it's 4v3, which is a good odd situation, and Amumu's pretty hurt. I'm hoping for a taunt here. I dash in, use smoke bomb. Lee Sin gets a kick. I'm going to pause this really quick. I think this is what I remember actually here, was that basically we had a talk, and this is where the game changed in my opinion. Basically, people say Taric can't carry, or supports can't carry. Just watch how these team fights go, and watch the clutch plays that happens by this Taric. All I do is mop kills up, and this is basically where the game turns around. I was wrong about pushing bottom lane, that's a different game. This is a team fight game. So, anyway, watch this. So here, Mumu free kill, Taric gets a stun. I blow him up, get the kill. Lee Sin's really low. Gets the heal from Taric, lives. Ori gets overconfident here. I'd hope, maybe? No, and then we just get a dragon. So anyway, we got 2 kills. Taric's at the kill up on a Mumu. And they have a ward. And I think they try and come in for this. And I'm probably giving really loads of wrong information here because I haven't seen this game in so long. Taric's pushing the Ori out, gets half HP. Well, who cares? This looks bad when you're hitting a dragon. Everyone's sort of dying and they have an Ori. Taric gets some spell immune. Yeah, not good. And then what happens? Okay, so he smites. And exhaust goes down into Ori. Really key play. The heal goes down into Lee Sin, I think. Yeah, heal goes down there. And then I'm left sort of shooting because Mumu's on his way. And I don't want to flash this. But I flash it because I had no choice because of a Mumu moment. And yeah, so that's basically what happened now. And then Renekton comes down. This really annoyed me actually because I was like, oh my god, after all of that, now Renekton flashes on me and ignites me. Yeah. There's not really a lot to say, honestly. Like, when that happens, it's bad. But Rumble did the correct play here because he was getting a bit destroyed, I guess, but not like demolished. He's 0-3-1, so he's getting a bit destroyed. This game just looks bad. 7 to 19. It doesn't look great. But Rumble's getting towers. He's trying to get himself back into the game because I think the thing with Rumble is he sort of hits a point in the game where if he has certain items that he can just do insane damage to 2 people, and you have to sort of get to that point. It doesn't matter if you lose your lane. Like, a common trend recently in my games has been the sort of, yo, we're losing pretty hard. Let's try and get to 6 items. That's been our general strategy recently, and Rumble's one of them heroes where if you get 6 items on Rumble, you are really strong. Let's talk about the game anyway. So, Rammus, again, yeah. Flash stun into Misfortune, I dash in, pop everything, miss my smoke screen. Morgana armor comes down and then we just can't do anything. Not sure why everybody's coming down, but I think, again, this is a situation where I'm going to pause really quickly. If you know my playstyle on AD carries, it's basically my team leave me alone, let me 2v2 and push the bottom lane. But honestly, when you've been camped by a Mumu and Renekton, like, I'm not going to say camped because it wasn't that bad, but my lane has been destroyed by outside sources basically. We haven't lost 2v2. Sometimes, especially when you're playing Graves, who is a really strong teamfight hero because he has that much AoE damage, sometimes you need to just force things as a team. So here, we tried to force things as a team, and you'll see how it went on basically. Now, I'm going to pause really quickly again. I remember thinking at this stage of the game, in the actual game, I was thinking, do you know what, I really don't want to do this. I was thinking, I just don't want to do this at all. But I'm going to try it because sometimes it's worth trying to teamfight. I'm the biggest hater of teamfights alive. And I remember thinking, okay, whatever, we've probably lost this game anyway. I'm not doing great, you know. I'm not really farmed, I'm not ahead, I'm negative. So let's try the teamfight thing. So this is what happened. That was my mentality going into it. Hopefully that gives you some sort of insight into it. Rumble gets a really nice ultimate and just destroys Morgana. I get the ultimate for assist, and yeah. And then we get a tower. So that was a decent amount of kills. 2 kills in a tower. And then I remember pinging here, yo, get this tower, get this tower, get this tower. And I didn't want to stop, because when you make something happen like that, when you're already losing, you need to keep continuing to make something happen. So here Rammus gets the heal from, watch this now, the Taric heal. The Taric heal saves Rammus' life with 19 HP and gets the Ari kill because he went way too aggressive. Yeah, Taric makes plays. And then Renekton's pushing, but I'm not too scared because at the end of the day, Taric's armor shattering thing, that sounds like really stupid to say. Hang on. Talk about this as well. Most people would be scared here because it's an Amumu. Don't be scared of Amumu. Just hit things. You Graves, you can just hit things. You notice here, I dashed into him and started hitting him. Misfortune makes a mistake of ulting in a really bad spot. Gets E'd by Lee Sin. Spell Shield doesn't do anything. I get a kill. Lee Sin gets a kill. And now I have a red buff. When you have a red buff on Graves, honestly, that's when like you hit power mode in terms of being able to kite people. You'll see if I hit this Morgana what I mean. I don't remember what happens here. I presume I hit him once or twice just to be safe, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so here I hit Morgana. That sounded so stupid. Here I hit Morgana. Yeah, I crit Morgana and did some decent damage. And then I got binded. The red buff slow is really big. And then Ari's coming down. And I wanted to make a play happen here. Like, we have to make plays. I'm pinging, that's my pings. I'm saying, yo, we can do something, we can do something. And then we get the stun onto Ari, the Omega, and that was ridiculous. I don't know how he died like that, but he just fell over. Like I said, you put people into negative armor with Shatter, and then the damage output from Grey's armor is just crazy. I think Lee Sin probably used his kick looking at the cooldown on it as well, and the Grey's armor with the Lee Sin kick just, yeah, it's crazy. Now Renekton comes down, and I remember this as well. Taric's stun comes down, and here Taric says to me, I'm going to suicide. Nope, because Rumble just got to kill a Morgana. It was pretty cool. And Mimu comes in really deep here, and my red buff, again, the slow is crazy. And this is where Rumble starts getting strong again. He's got his Leandres. Like, when you have Leandres and Rumble in this kind of game, and you have 2000 HP, it's strong. That obviously wasn't the best analysis of the game, because things were too crazy. But, I think I'm killing golems here because I was really next to a Phantom Dancer, which is what I was killing golems for. And you notice I got Berserker's Greaves. Usually I'm quite a hater of Berserker's Greaves, but honestly, in this kind of game where we're trying to play this kind of style, where we're just sort of, it's not ARAM because we're not all going middle, but it's trying to team fight as much as possible. Having Berserker Greaves, I think, is really valuable because, I mean, it gives plus 45 move speed over boots, which gives 25. I mean, it's not a massive deal, but at the end of the day, sometimes when you have a red buff and you're trying to catch people, especially with Graves, who has quite fast attack speed with dash anyway, having the extra move speed just to sort of keep up with everybody, I think really quite helps. Now here I think I do something that I advise people not to do, which is go middle and ARAM. But the only reason I'm doing that is because honestly we just had a really good team fight like series and I wanted to keep it going. So here I get caught by a Moonwarmer. Not good obviously. And I'm just trying to be really careful because I think if I... Okay, so unfortunately my LoLReplay just crashed. I want to talk about this really quick. I'm not using my bookshot when kiting this Amumu for a really big reason. You see it's off cooldown. I'm trying to bait him into a kill where I can bookshot him to death without him realizing it. So you see here, I shoot and then bookshot and he dies. Yeah, sorry I just jumped right into that, but that was because LoLReplay crashed like I said. And the last thing I wanted to do in that team fight was die, because I felt like if I died that they could push mid or get a Baron for free, and honestly the last thing you want to do is give them anything for free at this point of the game. And I'm actually getting some decent items. Now I have to redo this again because of the crash, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. There we go. So here, normally I would have gone bottom lane and pushed this, but I felt like team fighting was actually working for us at this point in the game because we're actually making sort of a comeback, so I just kept on pushing. Kept on team fighting, sorry. Right, let's try and get back into this. Taric here, Shirley's. Not sure if he has a flash. Yeah, he does have a flash, but it's probably not much point in using it. And we catch Misfortune here, but I don't think we do because Strut is really good. And she's just running away. Nah, never catching that. And then we sort of get caught at Dragon Pit by Renekton. But, pause really quickly again. This is why I'm team fighting. This is a really, actually a big thing. Is that if you look at Renekton, he should be the person scaring me the most at this point of the game. But really, he has Merc Treads, a Warmogs, and a Mormon Archers. He has 87 armor. Shatter removes a lot of armor. It removes 30. I mean, that's quite a lot, you know. And then with the Ultimate, you get the more damage, obviously, and it does damage, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll see how fast Renekton dies even with his 3000 HP. It's really actually pretty funny. That's a big reason for me team fighting. If this Renekton was smart, had a Sunfire cape and not a Warmogs and maybe some more armor like a Randuin's, Alpha Randuin's, there's no way I would be team fighting at this point in the game. Now here, Special Renekton, again, should be pretty scary, but it's not. Because he has no armor. Now we get a really, really nice Rumble armor here. I can't stress how nice the Rumble armor was. Rammus comes in, gets taught on Renekton, and watch him die. But that's the ultimate Renekton. And he's just not doing anything. He's so useless. And then we keep going. Here, Rumble's got a Rylai's here. No, he hasn't got a Rylai's actually. He's just slowing. I hit Ahri a bit, hit Morgana a bit. I'm just trying to do damage. Rumble's doing work. My ultimate almost kills 2 people. Mumu comes in, almost me. And then overcommits. This Mumu likes to overcommit a lot. You notice that this game, that he just overcommits constantly. Nice Rumble E there. Really, really nice play by this Rumble. Rammus comes in, gets a taunt onto Misfortune. Cleanse goes off. I dash in, flash, and then kill the Misfortune. Mumu here, overcommitting yet again. Ahri comes in. Does actually, see, that was really cool. And then we're just all sort of like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? We're all really confused at this point in the game because when things like this happen, it's just like, Q from Lee Sin comes in, Ignite comes in, dead. I hit him once and then the Lee Sin kick just finished him off. Yeah, like I said, I think everyone in them kind of situations gets really confused when everyone has like 300 HP and one single like RE cube or one bookshot from B can kill people. I think even best players get confused at them kind of points because you don't really get into fights like that often where everyone's got low HP. So, yeah, basically, like I said before, usually I'm a split push kind of guy, and people have asked me before. This is a bit downtime, so I'm going to talk about this quickly. People have asked me before, when do you know when to split push, and when do you know when to team fight? And honestly, when you're down that hard and you can't split push because Mumu realizes that you are going to split push no matter what, or Renekton realizes, oh, you're going to split push no matter what, and then they come on 3v2 you constantly, you don't really have a choice in the matter. Like, I don't feel like I had a choice this game in split pushing. I don't feel like I could have split pushed effectively and actually did what I wanted to do. And the team proved to me, like, my team proved to me, I thought they were pretty bad. My team proved to me that actually in team fights, they can all play the game really, really well. Now, quite often you get teams where the team players you're with just have no idea how to team fight, and then split pushing is definitely better. But honestly, we lost every lane, and then when we actually got to team fights, like, my team was really good at team fights, so we just kept team fighting. Here, another really, really, really good Rumble ultimate. We get onto Morgana, which is probably not a great target. Renekton comes in, pops his ultimate, doesn't go for me for some reason, and then we're just hitting people. I'm just hitting people, you see. Just hitting and hitting and hitting. And then I finish off, that was a really nice ultimate from me, and then that was a really cool Zonya's. And I can't finish it off. No, I finish it off with a bookshot, I think. No, with a smoke screen maybe? Yeah, with a smoke screen finish him off. And Misfortune killed me by the tower hit. I don't know, it was questionable. And then we sort of threw the game here. That was bad play from me. I'll freely admit that was awful. And I'm pretty sure I said in team chat here, like, I'm sorry, that was just awful. And I think Tarek said to me something on Skype, like, try and play a bit more passive because that was really Rambo. You should never flash onto a tower to kill a Zonya's. Was it a flash? No, it wasn't a flash. You should never dash onto a tower to kill a Zonya's Ahri with smoke screen as Grace because it's just like, even looking back on it, I can say that was really stupid. A lot of players can't admit their faults or like think, oh, it was fine, I got a kill. Nah, that was really stupid. I will freely admit that was stupid. Anyway, so here my items: Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper. That's a pretty good set of items to have. And I built the Last Whisper because when it started getting armor, and when we started getting armor, if you look sort of everyone on our team, plus 40 armor, plus 40 armor, plus 50 armor, and then I don't think Morgana has any armor. Nah. But so that's enough reason for me to get a Last Whisper. Maybe an Infinite Edge would have been better, but I felt like when you're team fighting this much, and I didn't even scrape it, so I probably could have gotten Infinite Edge. I just felt like what I really wanted to do in team fights was to kill Renekton, because when you get through Renekton, their team sort of falls over. Well, I guess Amumu as well, but they don't really have that like tanky support, I guess. Like we have Tarek, he's pretty tanky, and then we have Rammus, he's pretty tanky. So again, I'm A-ramming here, something I really advise against, but like I said, I have my reasons for this. And this Rumble is actually a really good player. Now he has his Rylai's, we can sort of do a lot more things. And honestly, if you look at this Rammus' item choices, there's a reason he keeps dying in team fights. He has a Spirit Ancient Golem and a Shredder, that's it. He doesn't have any tankiness. Like he's really not tanky at all. He only has 140 armor, 40 magic resist, 2,500 health. It's not a great start to be in as a Rammus when you need to be tanky against this kind of teams that have a lot of damage. So, again, A-ramming, I advise against this all the time, but sometimes it's necessary. And I guess this is probably beneficial for some of you who are in lower elos, because this is all the games dive into ever. So, hopefully you learn some tips as to how to play an AD carry when people dive at you. Here I barely dodged an Umilmet, and then Renekton overcommitted. He got a catch and rumble, and you see how really scared I am. I'm really scared. And I'm just doing damage, getting hit by Misfortune Armor completely, pretty bad. And I'm just running away. Run. Renekton almost kills me here, I think. I have a flash up, so I'm not really scared. And then, yeah, we got 4-manned. And we killed one person who was Morgana, which is like the worst person we could have killed. This was a scary point to this game. Here I guess I built a Warmox. I would hope I built a Warmox. This would be the correct choice. Okay, I got more damage actually. I got a BF sword. Maybe that wasn't the best choice, I'm not sure, but I think it worked out this game. So here I wanted to sort of stop them getting an inhibitor, but how do you stop them getting an inhibitor at that kind of point? I don't think you really can. And there's no way they're going to get a second tower here. This is a big mistake from them. Like, they should not be going this far, I don't think, because if we get a catch here, it allows us to get a free Baron, because they're all sort of low. They have some summoners up, but not a lot. And we have a Rammus. Like, this is a thing where Rammus really comes in useful. He pops his Ghost, presses his Q button, and then he's like super speed, Then he runs into creeps. That's really beside the point. If he gets a taunt, I would hope. No, does he even get a taunt? Okay. So our chase was spectacular, really. And I'm pinging Baron, Rumble's pinging Baron, because we're like, do you know what? Gotta do something, right? And this was a risk, a really big risk. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to take risks. And after getting 4-manned, like I said, they should have just recalled and then there'd have been a Baron. But they didn't recall. You notice here I'm positioned really well. I'm like in a position where if they hit me, I can get out like that. I got out straight away, popped all my things. I'm just hitting and kieing, hitting and kieing, hitting and kieing. My ultimate does massive damage to Ahri. Amumu overcommits, I kill him. Hit Renekton a little bit. And now I'm going to run away. Because the last thing you want to do in teamfights is overcommit and try and get that, oh, that was a cool quadra kill. No, I don't care if you get a quadra kill. I care if you don't lose your base. So here I dash. Rammus suicides for me, pretty much. And I'm not really sure what I'm doing, actually. I'm just running away. And I smoked screen because I thought Misfortune was going to come in, I remember that. But yeah, key thing there, try not to die. Playing an AD carry, like, a lot of people see flashy AD carries like double lift, and they get, I'm sure if I played that really well, I could have got a quadra kill or a penta-kill. But at the end of the day, I play a style of play on AD carries, which sometimes isn't a good style, I will freely admit. But I play the kind of style where I play really safe and not risk taking at all until I get to a stage where I'm super comfortable that I can sort of live long enough to deal enough damage and not put myself into risky situations. I play a 6-item AD carry basically. That's how I like to play the game. I feel comfortable when I have a Quicksilver Sash and Warmogs and Infinity Edge and just like a full item setup where I can kill people really quick and they don't kill me really quick. That's where I think AD carry is the strongest at 6 items, which is pretty undeniable, really. And I could have overcommitted, like I said, but I didn't want to overcommit and then randomly get hit by a bind or a charm because I don't have a cleanse and then just fall over and die. Wouldn't have been good. So here I'm farming. I would guess I'm really close to Infinity Edge. Yeah, really close to Infinity Edge. And we did get the Baron. I will give Rammus respect. At least he smited the Baron. I've had some junglers recently that just don't even know they have smite, it feels like. That's not to diss any junglers, it just seems to be a common trend recently, I don't really know why. And Mumu again runs away, why not? And I think I'm saying here, yo, don't fight, don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. I know we have Baron, but I need Infinity Edge. So, I presume I recall pretty soon, but I don't know. We'll see. Nope, Renekton overcommits, gets stunned. I'm just kiting here, you see me kiting. I remember this team fight really well actually. They all jumped at me and then Rumble killed them all. So here, Renekton's just running at us. Rumble's doing massive damage. Rammus gets double kill, and then Amumu doesn't really do anything. And then Ari comes into our whole team, gets hit by Rumble E, falls over. That was a really bad analysis of that fight. I'm sorry about that, but it was just over too quick, I guess. Basically, I ran away while the rest of my team killed them, because sometimes as an AD carry, that's what you have to do. And I am 14, 5, and 7, so I'm doing okay. I'm not doing perfect, I'm not playing amazingly, but sometimes running away and just kiting the people who run at you, like Renekton is built basically, in my opinion, to just kill Rumble. Like, he has more of a Mortis as anti-Rumble item. He just has items that kill Rumble. And if he's going for me and not just killing Rumble, then I can just run away. I don't have a problem with running away. Like, the way I split team fights in my head as an AD carry is usually how they go is the 2 tanks will run at me while my 3 people on my team will fight their 3 people. So it breaks down into Rammus, Lee Sin, Rumble versus Misfortune, Ahri, and Morgana. I'm pretty confident just because, like, we don't have a support in that lineup, you know? We have Rumble, Lee Sin, Rammus. Rammus is kind of a support, but he's not Morgana. Morgana's pretty useless. In team fights, sorry. So I split it into me and Tarek versus Renekton and Mumu, which I think I can win pretty easily just by kiting and playing properly. Because while I have dashes too, and we have stuns. So with correct play, we win that 2v2. And then Rammus, Lee Sin, Rumble should always beat Misfortune, Ahri, and Morgana, in my opinion, just because they have gap closers, they have slows, they have a lot more stuff than Ahri, Misfortune, Morgana has. So that's how I split the team fight, this game, into my head. That basically, if I can keep them 2 on me and not die, it's not really important to kill them, it's more important not to die and just to sort of make them waste time. That's how I wanted to play the game. So I already got my Infinity Edge and I got my Giant Spell. This is where I'm feeling confident that I can make Rambo plays, which is why I'm really far ahead. And we have the improved Aegis, good team fight item obviously, that's really important as well. If you're going to play a team fight style like this, really you should buy a Runic Bulwark on anybody because it's amazing. Here Lee Sin, I don't know. Amumu overcommits, flashes onto me, ultimates me. There's no one to help him here, you'll notice no one's helping him. I'm just hitting Amumu, hitting Amumu still. You saw here, Rumble's just killing them. Rumble's running fire through the whole team. Here we split again. Renekton's just splitting onto me constantly. I'm gonna stand here and attack. Hit the Q, flash up to the bush. Really low HP here. But then Rumble's just killing everybody. Triple kill, quadra kill. Like, the way I split that fight, Renekton ran at me, and Ahri ran at me too, which I didn't expect actually. Amumu overcommitted, like, and then he complains in chat something about Amumu. Complains like his team sucks, but really that was Amumu's fault. They lost that fight. He way overcommitted. Like, yeah, he hit an ultimate on 4 people and he hit an ultimate on me, but at the end of the day, he hit an ultimate on people when there was nobody else. Misfortune wasn't in range to ultimate. Like, Ahri wasn't in range to ultimate. Renekton wasn't in range to do any damage. So it was just a useless Amumu ultimate. Remember, he raged in the endgame chat about like bad team report. Like, here, no clue how I am on team with them. Honestly, he wasn't the best player on the team. There's no way he was the best player on the team. And if I could analyze that game from Amumu's point of view, I would say he did a good job taking the game back after he lost his blue buff early game. But then he overcommitted a lot of team fights. And honestly, nobody hit Rumble. And that was partially Amumu's fault, because when you jungle someone like Amumu and he initiates like that, you really don't have a choice but to sort of follow in and hit whatever's hitting Amumu or is closest. And that wasn't Rumble. And I would give credit to this Rumble, even though it looks like I carried the game at 15, 5, and 9. He's 9, 8, 13. That's not a super impressive score. I would give 100% credit to this Rumble. Like, all I honestly did in team fights was hit Amumu and run away. Rumble cleaned up because they all thought that I was the key target, or at least him as the key target, when in reality, Rumble had nothing. He had 200. Sorry, it's the wrong target. I can't actually click him, can I? I can. 137 armor, 100 magic resistance. He had a Warlock's okay. So 130 armor, 97 magic resistance. That's not a tanky Rumble. He could have died really quickly, but unfortunately nobody decided to hit him. They all decided to hit Lee Sin instead, who didn't really have any armor instead. He was basically the same tankiness as Rumble, and look how quick he died in that team fight. If they'd have hit Rumble instead of Lee Sin in that team fight, they had the same tankiness pretty much, then I'm pretty sure they would have won a team fight. So thanks for watching this video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And basically the final conclusion to this video was that sometimes team fighting is necessary if your team proves they're capable of team fighting, I guess. And if you're losing all your lanes, including your own, then sometimes team fighting is the best thing to do. And honestly, as an AD carry, as long as you're hitting the creep kills, like you see here, me and Renekton are tied on creep kills. As long as you're hitting the creep kills and you're getting the items, it doesn't really matter too much if you're not doing damage. So that sounds really stupid, but if you can make yourself a target and let your team kill them while you're just kiting and playing efficiently and running away, then sometimes, honestly, that's the best way to play an AD carry, especially at lower mid elos, where everybody thinks the game is to kill the AD carry and that's it. In reality, it's really not, but you'll learn that when you get higher elo. Thanks for watching this video, and hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry again if the break in the middle kind of messed it up, but LoLReplay's been really buggy.